Welcome to Marcor Studios, where here we will be interviewing different industry professionals and educating our homeowners as well as the industry as a whole. We hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to Marcor Studios. I've got my favorite person here today, my husband, Anthony. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
Oh, yeah, I know. You're really excited.
I have a choice.
Well, I mean, that's marriage, isn't it?
Correct.
So we've given Kathy her title here. Kathy is the CSO, right? You're also, I just gave you a new title. You're the CSO also, but she's the Chief Swiping Officer. You're the chief. You're going to be the chief support officer because at least we get that from you. She just spends all the money, and at least we get some cheerleading out of you.
Sounds about right.
So let's cut to the chase. What's it like being married to me?
Oh, it's wonderful.
That's a little sarcastic, no?
No, it's wonderful. Of course, it's hectic like anything else. It's like being married to somebody who's, I don't want to say glued to their business, but heavily ingrained.
Does it bother you? I mean, I think you're just used to it. I mean, we're together, 15 years now. I'm doing this 17 years. So what were your first thoughts when you met me? And I said that I was in construction because you were at the deli, and I remember when we got set up on a blind date, I remember being like, "You're hooking me up at the deli, boy?"
Yeah.
And little did I know who I was meeting.
In a pickup truck with ladder racks on it. I was I'm like, all right. This is interesting.
Not your typical duo here, or neither of.
It was an interesting, first couple months. I'm like, okay, 5 o'clock in the morning, jumping up out of bed, where are you going? Oh, I'm gonna go start a job.
Yeah. Well, I remember
January, the middle of January, ladder racks in the car. I gotta go start a job. I gotta drive to Riverhead. We gotta go job going. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to work. I'll see you later.
Well, that was before I started kicking you out at 3 o'clock in the morning because you insisted on trying to move in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I stole that drawer. That drawer was mine.
Yeah. It turned into half of an apartment and then a house, so.
Yeah, we parlayed it.
It worked. So,
okay.
But I remember when we first started dating, sitting on the couch and just crying. And you were like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I just don't know how I'm going to pay my bills." He's abusive and he did not want to pay me. I remember he started paying me $100 a day to work for him. He had me working 15-hour days. Mm-hmm. It was either you or my mom I was calling and bitching to, and I was just it was hard. I mean, but
it's the age-old thing. Papa was tough, but you know what? In the end, it works out because you have an ethic that you might not, it was probably born in you, but you might not have had if he wasn't as...
Yeah, I totally. I agree with that.
But he was tough.
Yeah, I mean, and you know it. I mean,
there's two of the most stubborn people I've ever met in my life
are
Gary Marzano and my father. Two
wonder why they got along so well.
Thick-headed human beings. Where you're like, oh, okay, but it worked. Well, listen, it gets you to where you got to go, and then now he's a completely different person, which is hilarious.
Well, just that he's actually calmed down.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I ask things about work. He goes, I don't know.
It is pretty funny now because he was pretty controlling, but it's just, I remember coming home and remember when we would go to the beach. I think you were with me that day, and somebody was like, "Do you beat her?" Because I had bruises and scratches all over my body, and I mean I was ripped, which was nice because he had me carrying bundles of shingles and loading trucks and unloading trucks, which was cool, but
yeah.
It was tough, but now obviously, we sold your business about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And you were taking care of Dad, and now we've got the girls and they're 6 and 8, and it's busy to say the least. And
yeah, busy's a good word.
Yeah. But so
something always going on. And
we definitely
really started sports yet, so
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
But we've definitely, I think we've accepted that we have this role reversal, and we've realized it just works for us.
Yeah. We sat down one night 2 summers ago in the backyard and said, I wasn't happy, and we were both working 70 hours a week. You can't have two parents working 60, 70 hours a week. You can't have it.
Why? I took the kids to work with me.
Yeah, I know, but you can't. It's fine when they're 0 to 3, 0 to 4. But once you get into school and stuff, you just can't have it.
Yeah,
like, it's not.
No, they definitely needed us
raising our kids. And
yeah,
to me, that wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth the squeeze. So.
No, I mean, and you do an amazing job, and not a lot of men can do what you do. And
no, there's no ego here. That's
no,
for sure.
no. I mean, I definitely met my match because I don't. My pool of men was very small of people who could tolerate what I do, and I'm pretty sure it was one man in it, and I found him.
Oh yeah, you'd be single, 100%. You'd be a serial dater, but no, you'd be single.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Why? Because am I that hard to put up with?
No, it's just a delicate balance of everything. Takes a lot. That's okay.
I mean, it's working. You're happy. Yeah. You haven't killed me yet, so that's good.
Love you to death. My kids love everything about my life.
But when it comes to this whole role reversal, like, does that bother you? And like sometimes when you're out with the guys and they're like, "Wait, you're a stay-at-home dad?" Like, I mean, listen, you definitely help us here too, and you are, you're working and being part of this. But
yeah, my slow progress on learning a different business, of course. But no, does it bother me when people say things? No. I mean, it doesn't matter because there'll always be jokes. Even if I went back to work, there would still be jokes about that time that they were. I opened a new business. Oh, remember that time you stayed home for a year and a half? Remember that time? Like, it doesn't make a difference.
I know, but
those are just the people I surround myself with. Because in the end, funny is funny, and that's all that matters.
Funny's funny. You're right. You do say that often. Yes. Funny is funny.
Funny is funny. So, you can make a joke if it's funny. Funny is funny.
I mean, you've definitely been the biggest cheerleader along this. I mean, Mom's been there too, but you've gotten the wrath of the days I come home and I am glued to the phone still, and the days that I come home and don't even feel like talking anymore, which actually is probably a blessing for you.
There's once in a while, it's okay. When you come home and you have that look on your face, I'm like, oh, she's talked out. I'm like, all right, I got quiet right now because I have a mini you at home that doesn't stop talking. So if you ever told me in my life, I always wanted to have kids. If you ever told me that I would have a duplicate of you, it's just as tough and doesn't stop talking. But that's another one.
I mean, at least we get the next generation that we're grooming here.
Yeah, it works.
I mean, and she likes being here, so that's cool. Yeah. But what are what are the pros and what are the cons of what we do, of like just dealing with the business? Obviously, there's a lot of balance, and like you said, this does absorb me, and I don't think right now we could do this any different. Like you said, without nannies and babysitters raising the kids, but like just your experience overall of the day to day. How do you feel about it all?
I love it. It's nothing I would change. I mean, listen, you're at a point where you're at your age and you're building a business that there's no way to get successful. I'm very confident that there's no way to be successful without putting your time in from 25 to 40, 42, however late starts you get or whatever it is. You have to put time in if you want to be successful. Yeah. And that's just the way it is. I mean, and maybe it'll change 20 years from now and people will be like, oh, there's AI and there's this and that. But in the food business I was in, construction business you're in, there's no way that if you're not involved and you're not putting 110%, and listen, hopefully by the time you're 50, things will slow down a little bit and you'll put yourself in a better position. But there's no way that you can't grind it out.
No. I mean, it has to happen, and now's the time to do it. But we did say, and we made that agreement when we got married, that we were going to, we saw friends traveling to Europe and going and traveling and doing all these things, and we said we were going to do it on the back nine, and that's always been our thing, and we're going to have that opportunity and we're going to enjoy it. But you got to put the blood, sweat, and tears in now, and I think that the hardest thing I see doing what I do is that a lot of people don't realize the sacrifice that I take, but they also don't realize the sacrifice you take as well. And for so many times when I was doing this, but I was also, when you were at the deli 6 and 7 days a week and, you were out the door, we were fighting who was out the door first and getting babysitters at our house by 6:30 and then who was getting home. And I knew I was doing bedtime and bath time by myself and climbing in the third row of the Suburban to just feed the baby, and brave babysitters coming to work with us. We figured it out, and the one thing you and I always do is we always do figure things out together.
That's for sure.
But having you around has been really like a blessing, and
Thank you.
just being able to really realize that like what a strong team the two of us are and what we've established together. Like, I don't really need people to realize the sacrifices we make, because we make them for each other and for our family, and we do it together.
We have to do it together. I tell anybody that's young, getting married, getting engaged, is like, if you work against each other, it'll never work.
Yeah.
If you don't work together, you have no shot.
I mean, and you need that couch time. Like, we get our 20 minutes or 15 minutes of the no TV. We sit, we talk, we catch up. And it's funny because when we have like a day or two that we didn't do that, like we can feel that disconnection of like, all right, we got to get on a page again.
Sure.
And so, but we've got a lot that we juggle. We've got 3 different businesses here that we're juggling every day. The phone's obviously going constantly. The kids just have grown up with it, so they're used to it.
Yeah.
But, we've got the kids' schedules. You're class dad, I'm class mom. We've got, a million different things.
Interesting year, that's for sure.
It's been fun, but we've had our rocky points, but we always come out on top together because we work at it together, and that's what really a marriage is really working hard together.
Teamwork.
It is.
It's the truth.
And on the hardest day,
you want to be that 50-year-old couple that doesn't care where someone's going, or I haven't seen my wife in 3 days or I haven't seen my husband.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No.
That doesn't work for me. We didn't sign up for that.
If you want that, then you can work against each other and just raise children. But it's not the way it works if you want to keep things happy.
So, we do that balance. We've got the kids. We spend time with them. We spend time without them. We got our, your cousin gave us the best advice of, 2 trips a year, once with the family, once just us. And we've been religious with that.
And stick to it.
Yes, the phone comes. Sorry, but
All the time. Phone is always involved in something.
Where was the worst time I had the phone that you were the maddest at me?
It was either when you were going in for your appendix surgery, take your appendix out.
Oh yeah, no, you guys tried to take it from me after.
Couldn't take your phone out of your hand because you had a job running and something. I forgot the context of it, but I remember being pissed. I'm like, all right, this is enough.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
And then the first thing you asked me, I think after Gabriella was born, was give me my phone. I had to check my emails, and I was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to feed the baby now. You lay down, you relax. It's okay. But yeah, I wasn't mad about that. That was more funny. But the one that I got, I was like, wow, she's going into, and you were young. I mean, you were younger.
No, I got
10 years ago.
Juliana. When I had Juliana, I was in labor, and the doctor came in, and he said, I think you need to take your phone out of your hand.
Yes.
That one. And listen, it's hard because there's so many things.
At that point, I was so used to it. I wasn't angry about it. I was like, okay. Now it's time to go. Everyone stay outside. I don't need any phone calls. No one's coming in. It's the only alone time we've had.
I mean, I've been better on the weekends and trying to. I don't even know where my phone is on a Sunday.
That's good.
Gabriella got me on that. Yeah, I'm working on it. So there's been things I've had to chip at on you too. So let's be real.
Definitely, I'm an angel. That's for sure.
So, let's talk. You came into the business. I mean, that was the goal when you were leaving the deli and we were selling that, and you were coming aboard here. Obviously, we had some things get in the way, and family comes first. But how did you like coming aboard with this and being involved in this?
I like it. I mean, I definitely like it. There's a lot of different aspects of it, so I really haven't grabbed which one I'm going to be better at, I guess. I don't know. The whole sales part of it is very interesting to me. I like talking to people. I do anything. I'm very, very computer behind in computers. I don't say the word illiterate, but I am not tech savvy, so that's definitely been a drawback.
I mean, you had an old school register and you had a cash. That's all you knew. 2 things.
Chicken scratched everything down on paper, which is what I do now. But then you have to text it or email it or transcribe it. But no, listen, the hours are much better. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. When you talk about quality of life.
Well, it makes it easier because I could have you here and then I say, oh, wait, the school called. I need you to go around there. And at least I can stay here and we can tag team it, which is nice too.
Yeah.
But what about, there were times when you'd come home and I was just spent for the day. I would imagine our biggest obstacle when it came to us working together was you wanting to, when I came home, wanting to ask me questions, and I had already tapped out. And I was just like, I can't. You got to ask somebody else the questions.
Yeah, you're not the person to learn from.
Nah,
No,
no, I
not that. No,
I
you're the
can.
person to watch and learn from, but you have to pick and choose. And everyone in the office will tell you the same thing. You want Gina's attention, you have to go like this. Look at me. I need you for 2 minutes. Don't look away. Don't look at your phone. And that's how you have to get you. And you'll get the answers you need, and you'll get the direction you
100%.
need.
It has to be the right time.
That's the way.
I gotta block it
I
out.
bet you if you polled everybody and said that would be their response. How do you
Probably.
get Gina? Oh, you go like this. Focus. But there's no problem.
But they all get me eventually.
Yeah, you get it all done. It all works out. But there's a lot of balls up in the air. There's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of businesses. There's solar, there's roofing, there's siding, there's windows. There's
There's building supply.
the building supply. There's everything
There's
that you
state
got
work.
rolling,
There's a lot of, definitely a lot of
which
stuff.
I'm in absolute awe of, even just the way the office works. Like, that was the biggest thing. I was like, oh, I'm coming from a food background where I walk in, I know what I have to do, and it's that. Then I walk in to here, and I see everybody from office to office asking questions, yelling, laughing, whatever, doing this, running back and forth, signing papers. The two of you and your father through the window, yelling, I need this, I need that, I need that. I'm like, and then the accountants, and then the this, and then I'm like, all right. I'm like, this is a completely different ballgame. And that is a reason why I would like to just work.
Yeah,
This is tasked with something.
we both can't do this, and we both can't do the
No,
law.
your brain is built for
For
it. Mine's
sure.
not, and I'm completely okay with that.
And I love you for that because you always support me on that. But like, I mean, we used to say, like, when you'd leave the store and you'd close the door, you didn't have to worry about work till the next day. And
That's it.
unfortunately, you look at me and you say, I wonder what goes on that brain all
I've been
day.
saying that since the first time we hung out. And I was like, I wonder what you fell asleep on the couch. I wonder what goes on inside that. And your mother, your sister, your best friends, or everyone that knows it, they could say the same thing. They're like, she's always thinking 3-4 steps ahead. She always got to be there. And it gets scattered from here to there, but you always want to put it back together.
Try.
But it's definitely impressive. Everybody that meets you tells me how impressive you are. And I said, you should see her at home. I said, you should, because you see what she does with our kids, school, goes to work all day long. I said, it really is.
I just don't know how to relax anymore. I'm gonna need you to work on that because I gotta figure out the unplug part because I really am. And the kids are trying to work on that too. So between the three, I think you can make it
Yeah, they're
happen.
getting older now. They know how to put you. They know how to do the same thing. Mommy, I need to talk to you now.
Yeah.
I need you for a second.
Yeah.
And that's it. And there's nothing wrong with
They're
that.
doing it. They
We're
are
all
doing it.
learning.
But the reality is we wouldn't have it any other way. It works.
I wouldn't change a thing.
I mean, the business is growing. We're at a great direction of where it's going. There's just so many changes happen so often, and I feel like every day I have to pivot to something different. And I get those banana peels that drop in front of me, and I fall, but I get back up. Whether it's because you're encouraging me to get back up, or I see the kids and I'm not giving up. And I appreciate that from you because I couldn't do what I do if it weren't for you, and I couldn't do the magnitude and the level of time that it takes for me to be here. But also, I think the best thing that you and I have, and I remember driving on Ocean Parkway one day with the two of us. We were on our way to the Dave Matthews concert, and you had made a comment. You were like, I just wish you were like so-and-so that was like cool with like me going to the bar and like, you go do your own thing sometimes. And like, we do that. We have our separate lives and we have our
Child.
But yeah, we were babies when we met. And I said, if that's the life you want to live and you want to live these parallel lives, then I'm not the girl for you. I want to live in a life that we're going to build together. And, we had our bumps in the road in the beginning of trying, we were young. But when it comes to now, we've realized that, and I think you see that full circle of like building that foundation for the two of us and then having that balance and being able to know that we see our family, we see our friends, we get to enjoy weekends away, we get to focus on the business. And I've set it up that I can do things remote sometimes and do things on the go. The fact that we get to see our kids' friends' families and get to do that and, and still have our alone time. And it's just such a balance and a juggle. But I got to say,
we do a pretty good job.
We mastered it. We definitely.
Listen, there's still work, but everybody says, like, people are, oh, you do too much, or oh, you guys have too much going on, you never stop. But like you just said, we see everybody.
We do it, yeah.
There's nobody that gets neglected.
And I think that's where like the people who say it are like the people who want to keep hanging out like week after week. But like it's like, well, we want to see our cousins. We want to see these other cousins. We want to go see this part.
Relationships, you have to spread yourself out.
Yeah,
and you still spend time together, just me and you. We spend time together, just the four of us.
We do one-on-one with the kids. We're lucky that Gaga and Papa want the kids all the time, and we have to fight to have them back.
That's a blessing in itself.
Yeah, until we have to fight to get them back.
Yeah, well, then you get a phone call on a Sunday night and say, yeah, second grader, she's not coming home.
She's got school tomorrow.
School's tomorrow. No, I'll bring her over in the morning and get her to school.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and then Dad brings her on the way to. He brings her on the way to on the way to the office.
Drop her off. I get breakfast and on the bus and see you later.
Yeah.
But listen, a lot of people are in a different situation. And
we're very lucky
change
for that.
It for the world. Yeah. I didn't get that. I got it with one of my grandparents, but not everybody gets that. And so when they're older, they're gonna love every second of that.
Totally.
And
Absolutely.
Pictures I gotta break your mother's chops about taking, but in the end, they're all gonna be great.
Yeah.
You know? One day we're gonna look at them and go, "This is fantastic. Thank God we have this."
100%.
So.
Well, thanks for putting up with me.
I'll put up with you. I love you. That's my girl.
Listen, till death do us part. You're stuck.
That's for sure.
If you get tired of me,
take a nap.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you.